it is time to talk about what the next episodes of VeggieTales Live and Reloaded are going to be, and it very likely in this order too. Now, we've done a lot of talking, me and Alfonso, or Kyle as he is actually known, and we have decided a schedule that we think would actually be pretty well. Now, we're only going to go 5 or 6 in the future. There's probably going to be more after that. Well, there's no probably about it, but there will be more after that, but we're going to see how much we're able to produce over the summer before college starts up again, But don't worry, we got some good ones lined up. The first one is going to be one that actually wasn't on the original schedule because we came up with this one pretty recently. This is based off of source material that we've wanted to do something with for the longest time, but have never actually been able to find out what to do with it. But now, we have it. This episode, the first one that'll be coming back after the hiatus, is You're At It Again, Johnny Black. I know that doesn't sound familiar because, like I said, it wasn't on the original schedule. It's Charlie Brown, based off of You're All Grown Up, Charlie Brown, the story of, well, exactly that. Now, that's not an actual Peanuts special, nor is it an adaptation of any sort of comic thing. You see, in one of my writing classes, one of our assignments was that we had to write a finale to something that was never finished. So, naturally, I picked Dave the Barbarian, because Dave the Barbarian is, my favorite show. But my friend Sam actually ended up picking Charlie Brown, because Charlie Brown never had an ending. The comics just kind of abruptly ended when Charles Schultz fell really ill, and the Peanuts specials actually just stopped with Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown, and it never finished. Because they planned to do more, but that one didn't do very well, and neither were all the other ones coming out after that, so they just kind of stopped. I mean, there's the Peanuts movie, but yeah, it's a long story. So he made something called You're All Grown Up, Charlie Brown, where it's about Charlie Brown and his friends all grown up, but it's about Linus, actually, who's gripping too closely to his childhood, saying like, okay, this stuff that's going on now is too stressful. I want the time back where I was a kid and I could carry around my blanket and nobody would make fun of me. And everybody's, like I said, they're all moved on, they've all grown up, so they're basically just trying to get Linus to grow up mentally. I loved the story idea for that, and how he actually ended up writing it. So I asked him, and he said yes, that we were able to adapt it. So, like I said, You're At It Again, Johnny Black is based off of You're All Grown Up, Charlie Brown, or just Charlie Brown. Basically how it's going to be is the first half is going to be them as kids, where it kind of recreates the whole Charlie Brown stuff. And then the second half will be them grown up to show that Charlie Brown in this, or Johnny Black, hasn't grown up. As in, he still wants to be a kid and he's holding too close to the old stuff. This came also from a lesson that we've wanted to teach for a while and have never found a proper outlet. Change. Because in the 2010s, a lot of things are changing. Some for the better, some for the worse. Whether they be in media, in government, in social status, or anything. Nothing seems to be consistent anymore. Everything is changing. And this feels like a really good lesson to tackle because not very many shows actually do this. I mean, the very few ones that do, they say, oh, change is good, you should just accept it. But they never tell you how to endure change and how to find what kind of change is good and what change is bad. And with this, showing that Charlie Brown, in this case, hasn't actually grown up and refuses to accept that what he had back then, even though he had a great time when he was younger, it can never come back. You need to move on. Things change. They can't always be the same as they once were. The one thing that will change, of course, is that, Charlie Brown still has bad luck, but that he actually ends up enjoying it. Like, he makes the best of all the situations. I mean, we tried to do it with Linus in this, but we felt like not only would that be too similar to the original story, but yeah, it's a Charlie Brown thing. It's the one time we're ever going to do this. This also stemmed from the Fat Albert one that we had in process, but because of Bill Cosby's recent conviction, that's never going to happen. So yeah, You're At It Again, Johnny Black, that's the next episode. After that, we have The Legend of McBob, and I'm keeping this one as much of a secret as possible, because Alfonso worked really hard on it, and I don't think he'd really like it if we just kind of gave all this stuff away. In fact, funny thing is this one was written last August, which means that yes, The Legend of McBob is now the episode with the longest production time. Not kidding. It actually went for almost a year. And that's how long it was written, actually. It started being written in June, so it's, just about a year. And even then, the idea we had before that because it took 2 months to get written, but we had the idea of this since the beginning. Since about Two Tales of Two Cities, we want to do a Macbeth one. And here we go. We're going to do it. And like I said, Kyle really wants to make sure that this one stays secret. I might slip from here calling him Kyle and Alfonso because, I'm just so used to that. So The Legend of McBob. After that, it's Shush Bor and the Great Divide. The one that a lot of people were really confused with at first, but seem to really, really, really want to have done now. And I've already spoken enough about this on why we made this, so Shush Bor and the Great Divide. Then, I think it's Tarzan next. The one that we don't have a title for, and Kyle is keeping this one very much in secret. I guess this is his Slumbering Guardian, where he didn't know anything about Slumbering Guardian until I just sent him the script, and I guess that's going to be the same with me and Tarzan. I don't even really know the name. I know we were working on King of the Jungle at first, but I don't know if we're going to end up actually keeping it. After Tarzan, then we're going to have Parkway V. You live on Parkway V. Just you and me. The one that everybody said could never be done. Well, we're doing it. Here we go. It's gonna be great. It's a lesson in finding your purpose, because you gotta find my purpose before it's too late. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could do, because a lot of people still really don't know what to do, and they always think, I can find it myself, but they never think of turning to God and doing it. No, there's not going to be any gay stuff in there, but we are going to try to push the envelope a little bit more when it comes to some humor. Not as in risque stuff, but as in, crazier humor, if that makes sense. I don't want to explain any jokes except for one. The internet is being replaced with the internet is online, and we'll have the very infrequent return of a song because, we decided to cut those out because it's become too strenuous, and we weren't so satisfied with a lot of them. So Parkway V, the one that everyone said couldn't be done. Then it looks like Beauty and the Beat remake. And yeah, I think it's just kind of self-explanatory. Then the Tower to Heaven, the one that was teased a long time ago but never actually began production. Yeah, fair enough. Then after that, it's Hunchback of Notre Dame. And then that's the lineup that we have so far. We're going to add more as we go along. I think after that one, we're going to do the Larry Boy one, Larry Boy and the Unworthy Hero. I think that's the one we're doing after that, although don't quote us on it. We have a lot of ideas, and we're going to see just how many we can crank out. Now, it's going to be a bit of an infrequent schedule again, but there will be more coming out. It's probably one every 2 months or so, starting from here on. I think that's the lineup. So, starting with You're At It Again, Johnny Black, and then ending with who knows what. We do have an idea for a last episode, though, but we're waiting for that one. We're waiting for just the right time. And you'll know when the show ends, because it'll say it in the episode. So what do you guys think of these ideas? Comment below, let us know. Good night, everybody.